Hello, time have come and I have to talk about love and and something that in English doesn't exist, which is querer. And I querer your mom and we decided to have kids. And later on I decided that I didn't want to meet you until you were 5 or older because I didn't want to my mom meet my kids, and also because um, I had the doubt that one of my friends had a baby, and they were from from me, but they weren't supposedly from me, and blah blah blah. And I never meet them for a very long time until they were 16, and when they were a baby. The truth is that you weren't born in Madrid. You were born in Jofe, in the toilet. Well, not in the toilet. Yeah, in the toilet of the Jofe, and I jerked twice. And the truth is that not many people know how kids are given to birth, but kids happen because there is a thing with the penis, and with puberty it develops a thing which is white and comes every time you touch your penis in a very peculiar way, and later on you insert the penis in the vagina and it gets fecundated. But in my case, I didn't put my penis in the vagina. I jerk in a cup without a glove because I didn't want to. And I didn't jerk for a week, and I jerk in the cup, and she with an I don't know the procedure. Well, maybe she can explain. And you were born there, so you're from Santander. You're not from Madrid, but I choose to be from Madrid because I wanted um to her to get that with the marvelous cousin that I have. Is my aunt actually, and she's a gynecologist, and she told me congratulations and everything. I feel really lucky. I see the picture with the wedding, and the truth is, I'm not gonna marry your wife or your mom because when you're a person and you decide to be a kid of someone, you don't decide it, and you I wanted to give you the opportunity to decide if you want to be my kid or not. And it's hard sometimes accepting that your father is your father. And I have read two books that are not for kids except for the first one. It's called Angry Gables. Maybe we can watch the movie of Door in the Floor. It's for not for kids, but um, I don't know. Maybe you can video it the porno scene and give the movie a go, or maybe put a blind in top like Franca did. Um, Basically, these movies and I watch the movie and I read the book make me decide to have a kid and give them the opportunity to decide everything by their own. And I had a YouTube channel, and the truth is that I grew there, and I decided to delete it because I have a boyfriend. He told me to delete it, and my father pressured me to delete the blog because he has controversy with his name. And in that blog that maybe your mom did download, or because I did advance any time to that I delete the blog. Um, I don't know. You can send an email to Google or call the helpline, because I'm not gonna give you much things for my inheritance. Actually, I'm going to give you to the the shop, I guess. But I don't know if I wanna give it to you or to my husband. And I will give you two things that are not materialistic, but I mean it cost me lots of effort to get a Mac, and I lost it, and the keyboard has its risks of becoming the first keyboard made by me. And for playing the instrument, you have to put the finger up, press, put the finger up, and then go like this. Um, and it will make a noise. And I don't know, maybe you wanted to learn how to play an instrument, or maybe not. But a, a computer is an instrument, is a piano, and is percussion, I think is the word. And the most important thing is that you remember that there is a person who made a movie that you can watch and talks about love. And I am that person in a man, and it's called Amelie. And these three movies and books, basically I watch first the movie and then I read the book, have guide my life. So I will give you the chance to own my words, and you will decide what to do with them, because um, not many people talk with their parents or with the son. There is a guy who talk. He's called Aristoteles, and he wrote a thesis, I guess, at the time. And he wrote a thesis about a person who was a king, and he gave the thesis. Um, I don't know if I'm part of the kingdom of Spain, if I'm the owner of the biggest stick in the world, or if I'm your father and you look like me. And sometimes it's hard to be who you are, and it's hard to find who you are. And I'm sure there are lots of questions you want to ask me. And if you want me, you can test me through the YouTube account or send me a private message and I will read it. My blog is called Delacroix. The truth is, my name is Casariego, but my real surname is Cueto, because I don't stand for my surname, because I don't believe my father is my father, and this is why you're called Cueto. And you had your passport with your identity card from 1 year on with no name on it, because Um, I want you to know your name, and the name I choose, who is Enrique and something else. I don't remember. Must be, or it was Piarch, or you choose your name. I don't know. What was the history I took? Because it has been long time. I don't remember. And the truth is that my brother is making noises because he's really nice and he doesn't understand that he's a jerk and he's um, a bastard kid who doesn't believe in himself. And you're not bastard if you're wondering of that. You simply are part of me and part of your wife, and I will be your husband in a second when you decide to be your husband. And the truth is, she wanted to be your wife, and I didn't want you to choose when you were small or big or whatever age you were to decide that you wanted to be your father. But um, I have a sickness who is Ravy, and I conceived the injury when I was a kid because a friend bought a, a dog from the street, and he was a wolf or a lupus, or lupus is in French. It's loup, I think is the word, or or lobo. And the truth is that I I have owned something that is my life, which I haven't owned any time because my parents decided to not give me life and not give me the opportunity to decide what I wanted to do in my life. And when you grew up, it's very hard to know what you want to do with your life. And and homework guide who you study or who you spend your free time. But there's something who guides you more, which is your parents, and your parents decide what you want to do. And I have been the guy from the weather forecast quite recently. I'm no longer the weather forecast because I have discovered the weather change has to do with polluting from um liquids and chemical reaction cooling the the waters and stopping the chain of evaporation and increasing the amount of water that is in the sea, because the amount of water in the world is the same unless they take water to the moon or to the other countries. But I don't know, maybe it had happened in the weather forecast or whatever, but the amount of water is not so significant. um the truth is that I wanted to say something amazing and I can't say it because I have a sickness which really, and I have believed that I have schizophrenia, which is not the sickness I have. And this sickness is really obvious that you can get it fixed but no one has found the solution. In my several arrangements with the doctor and psychologist and psychiatrist and blah blah blah. And I don't know, maybe we can meet. And you can see the guy, what you wanted to see, I don't know. Maybe you want to see the penis. I don't know. Because that's what kids want to see, if the penis is big enough for the person, or if it changed with time. But I didn't think about that until it started growing, because I have a father and he was always talking about that because he's gay. And and my worry was, when I start growing, the first worry was hair and starting the penis, and then the hair here, who I hate a lot, the mustache. I hate it so much. This is why I shave this part, because I believe it's horrible, and the rest of the beard makes a better line. And right now I look horrible. Look, her there is horrible. So I don't know, what do you want to have from your father. The clock. The clock. Maybe you can have the clock that I made for the decision of marrying this guy. Well, I think it's the one you can see, but maybe he's not the one. Jarl is not the one, because he's immature and he's self-centered. He's growing so hard and so strongly because he wants to be with me. And maybe he's the one, but he's not the one yet. And Charles is not the one yet, but Marius Ball, if he was the previous boyfriend, he's ready for my wedding. But I don't know. Maybe he's not Marius Ball. Maybe he's someone else. So I I did smoke for a while, and the reason I smoke is because I had a perfume who has uh, tobacco in it, and I strongly believe that that's the reason in all the people to start smoking. So I don't know. You want to see the perfume? You want to see? This is the perfume that has. It looks like tobacco, and this is the other perfume, Channel Number 5, the best perfume in the world. So I'm gonna put some. It smells wonderful. So bye. Keep cool. And we will meet someday when you're ready. Because ready is important and sometimes is over granted. Bye.